Heather, first game, just what did you make of the team's performance today, the last couple minutes?
Yeah, phenomenal effort by our guys. Haven't played 11 guys probably in my time in Memphis, and I thought all 11 guys contributed in different forms or fashions, different stages of the game. What a heck of a first game to have under your belt. The amount of runs that were out there, I thought our guys did a phenomenal job, even when we were in some foul trouble. Just playing different lineups that we hadn't seen a whole lot throughout preseason. Different guys stepping up. I mean, obviously, John Murray was special tonight. You saw what Santi did. I mean, he was phenomenal shooting, cutting. Des got hot, in that second quarter. But overall, I thought our defense, outside of some lapses with Markkanen, and then you knew that Clarkson and George were going to try to get going. I thought for the most part we did a good job. Some things we're definitely going to need to clean up. Our one-on-one defense, our paint defense, playing at altitude first game and trying to play fast. I thought our guys did a pretty good job, and we're just going to build on a 16 fast break points. We were struggling at times throughout the preseason, but overall I thought it was a good first game. We just got to keep building. The road is going to be long ahead, so just keep taking care of what we got to do, control our standards every single day, and I thought our guys, all 11 deep that came out there, did it.
Does it mean something to start the season with a win?
Yeah, I mean, it's always great when you start the season with a win, but we're not defined by one win. Whatever the result may have been, I thought our guys competed really hard. There's going to be plenty of things to take away from this game that we absolutely have to get better at, both defensively and offensively. But never hurts to get a win to set the tone. And especially to do it on the road against, I think, a really good team, really tough environment to play in. So now we just got to keep this road trip going.
Taylor, I think there was only 2 turnovers in the second half, so you guys cleaned up on that side, but also just the depth of that bench coming up and doing what they needed to do in a crucial time.
Yeah, I mean, I thought we did a whole much better job, just making simpler plays. First quarter got away from us a little bit with the turnovers. Got it better in the second quarter, but huge in the second half not to turn it over as we were playing fast. I thought the floor was way more open. Guys were making more decisive early passes, and if the lane was there, they were taking it. I thought we did a pretty decent job finishing at the rim, but that's something that's been a challenge for us throughout the preseason, turning the ball over. And then talking about our depth, I thought, Jalen, a great learning experience for him. I thought he did some good things defensively. He'll get better, as the season goes on. Guarding a guy like Markkanen, who's an all-star, that's a tough cover. And thought he, stood up to the task, and he'll get better. And then, shout out to Jay Huff. I mean, the minutes changed with just some of our foul trouble and some of the lamps they threw out there. Came in, he was playing well in the first half. I thought he did a good job. With rim protection, they had some tough finishes against him. But his length makes it tough, and I thought he did a good job rebounding in crowds. So overall bench, Scotty setting a tone. These guys just taking advantage of the opportunity, but we'll see what we do moving forward, how deep we play, but that's got to be a strength of ours moving forward is our bench.
Michael, did you have that?
Jay Huff, you just talked about him a little bit, but did you kind of go into the game thinking that he would be in a rotation, or was that just something that came with the flow of how things were going?
Yeah, we went into the game knowing that we were going to play 11. First half it was going to be Zach, BC, and Jay at our 5 spot. Obviously, Santi got going there in the first quarter. I thought Jay, his first stint, played really well. And then we started battling some foul trouble, and then we started seeing some advantages that maybe he could give us on the offensive side. And then as the game went on, just, a lot of confidence what he was doing defensively. Their guards made some good plays, threes or finishes at the rim. But overall, the space he was creating for us, some couple 50-50 kickouts. Overall, I thought he had a big impact on the game. So definitely was planning on having him play. And then obviously he played a lot more because he earned it.
Why is this season, I guess, a good opportunity for Santi to break through even more than he has? And what do you think of his potential going forward the rest of the season?
Yeah, I mean, I think he's got a lot of potential. Going into his 4th year, he's grown a lot. He's played a lot of different roles for us. He's come off the bench. He's been a starter. He's played in super big lineups. Sometimes he had to play at the 5. But hopefully, when we're fully healthy and all that stuff, I still think he can make an extreme impact in a lot of different positions. I think I said it maybe before the game, or I keep telling him just be a man on a mission out there. Just go out there. You've had 2 great summers, back-to-back years. I think the national team experience has really given him a boost of confidence. And it's not just, the three-point shooting, obviously 10 for 16, 5 for 10, but the playmaking, the timely cuts. He gets an offensive rebound at the end of the game. I thought some of his defense, that's an area that I'm going to continue to challenge him, was good, but needs to get better. So he's up for the task. Going his 4th year, I think he's learned a lot, understands the impact he can have, and we're going to keep challenging him to do that.
You mentioned pregame how Ja had really just worked hard in the offseason to try and improve himself in certain areas. And with how he read the game tonight and kind of the decisions he made at critical junctures, do you feel like that work he put in was manifest in what he saw on the court?
Yeah, I think a lot of it is, basketball got taken away from him for a really long time. And, he only played 28 minutes tonight. As I said, we're going to just continue to build him up as he goes. But those were hard playing 28 minutes. I mean, you saw the activity at big steal late there in the second half. Thought his on-ball defense was really good. He's been rebounding the ball throughout the preseason, and that takes a lot of effort. So, obviously, he's extremely gifted. What he can do, downhill, finishing at the rim, playing in crowds, finding shooters. We're still figuring out our spacing and, his outlets and all that. I thought he did a really good job, 10 assists. But overall, just the pace he's playing with, the activity defensively he's playing with, the rebounding, I think that was the biggest takeaway from his summer is the investment in his body, knowing that we're going to continue to push him even more than we've done in the past. And he responded in game one. We're going to need it for many, many more games moving forward.
Anything else? All right, thanks.
Great. Thanks, everyone. Appreciate it.